Today's workforce is more connected than ever, but for Generation Z, that connection comes with a cost. Blurred boundaries between work and personal life, and rising anxiety. As leaders, how do we help them navigate this new reality? Let's explore the key challenges Gen Z faces in the workplace and discuss practical ways to support them. First, let's talk about what's known as involvement without boundaries. Unlike previous generations, Gen Z has grown up in a world of constant digital engagement. Their personal and professional lives overlap, making it difficult to fully disconnect from work. For many, the idea of clocking out no longer exists. They check emails at all hours, respond to work messages on weekends, and feel pressured to be always available. While this may seem like dedication, it often leads to burnout, stress, and disengagement. Let me give you an example. Alex is a young airman who recently joined his first duty station. They want to make a good impression, so they go the extra mile, answering emails late at night, taking on extra projects, and responding to messages instantly. At first their efforts are praised, but soon exhaustion sets in. They feel overwhelmed, struggle to focus, and lose motivation. Without clear boundaries, what started as enthusiasm turns into burnout. So how do we help Gen Z airmen like Alex? The first step is setting clear work-life boundaries. Leaders must communicate that constant availability is not a measure of success. A few practical strategies include implementing no email evenings, encouraging employees to turn off notifications outside work hours, and promoting flexible work policies that allow for better balance. Another way to address this issue is by teaching prioritization and focus management. Many Gen Z workers struggle with scattered attention due to years of multitasking on digital platforms. Instead of constantly reacting to notifications, they need structured methods to stay focused and productive. A great tool for this is task batching, grouping similar tasks together to minimize distractions. Another simple strategy is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If it takes longer, schedule it. These techniques help young airmen avoid feeling overwhelmed by a never-ending task list. Now let's move on to another major challenge, the anxiety epidemic. Studies show that Gen Z experiences higher levels of anxiety and stress compared to previous generations. This anxiety often stems from perfectionism, comparison culture fueled by social media, and a fear of failure. As a result, many Gen Z employees struggle with decision-making and experience analysis paralysis, the fear of making the wrong choice, leading to inaction. Let's go back to Alex. After working tirelessly, they receive constructive feedback from their supervisor. Instead of viewing it as an opportunity to grow, Alex internalizes it as failure. They start second-guessing their abilities, hesitate to contribute ideas in meetings, and become less engaged. This is a common experience among Gen Z workers, where feedback, especially critical feedback, feels personal rather than developmental. So, how can we as leaders help Gen Z employees cope with workplace anxiety? One of the most effective approaches is fostering psychological safety. This means creating an environment where employees feel comfortable asking questions, admitting mistakes, and taking risks without fear of harsh judgment. Leaders can normalize conversations around mental health by sharing their own experiences with setbacks and demonstrating that failure is part of growth. Another crucial strategy is resilience training. Many Gen Z workers haven't been exposed to enough real-world struggles to build the coping mechanisms necessary for workplace challenges. Offering structured support, such as mentorship programs, can help them develop resilience over time. Pairing them with experienced colleagues not only provides professional guidance, but also helps them navigate stress and uncertainty more effectively. Beyond mentorship, stress management training can be a game changer. Simple techniques like guided breathing exercises, mindfulness sessions, or even brief mental reset breaks during the workday can significantly reduce workplace anxiety. Encouraging Gen Z employees to step away from their screens, engage in physical fitness, or practice deep focus work sessions can help manage stress levels. Finally, leaders should emphasize the importance of prioritization and structured decision-making. Many Gen Z employees become overwhelmed because they don't know where to start. A useful framework is the prioritization matrix, which helps employees categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. Teaching them how to break down large projects into smaller, manageable steps can also alleviate the anxiety that comes with tackling complex tasks. So, let's recap. Gen Z faces two major challenges in the workplace: blurred boundaries that lead to burnout and rising anxiety that affects decision-making and confidence. As leaders, we can address these challenges by setting clear work-life boundaries, promoting focus management techniques, fostering psychological safety, providing resilience training, and encouraging stress management strategies. Now here's my challenge for you. What's one strategy you can implement this week to support your Gen Z airmen? Maybe it's setting clearer expectations for work-life balance or introducing a prioritization tool in your team meetings. Whatever it is, small changes can make a big impact. Thank you for listening. By making these intentional shifts, we can create a workplace that not only supports Gen Z airmen but empowers them to thrive.